9:14. Not 9:14. A couple minutes, couple seconds after 7:30. Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. As we are here to start, Lord, be in the midst of everything. Everything be done in good order, I pray in Jesus' name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. The only Lady J. Blessings. Thank you so much, Lady J. Lady J, how you doing? I just said, I didn't come on last night. I was too tired. And I said, let me try and make it a little early. And I say, I want to come on 7:30. And just to type up the things, the time just move up 5 minutes so fast. Happy to see you. And I was watching you, but I didn't finish when you were preparing, talking about your meal. I didn't come into the lab because I don't want to be in and out. You were at about 16 or 17 hours. Thank you. You were doing a type of fasting. I think you say finish 10 o'clock. Is it tonight or tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow, you said. So I stay outside. I stay in the bush and watch. So I miss you just the same, but I know it goes. I know. So when I know I can't, when I know I'm not going to be able to be in on the person live, I stay in the butcher and watch. And sometimes I go and watch back the video. Yes, six. Yes, I heard you say something about 10, but I wasn't sure if it's 10 tonight or 10 tomorrow. But you're doing well, man. I never fast more than a day. But you do, when I say a day, I don't mean 24 hours. I mean like from about, say, evening, evening to the next morning. Maybe at 10 or 12 hours. But I do the half day regular. But it's been quite a while. I have not done any form of fasting. But I know fasting is good for the body. And then the last time I fasted was when I was supposed to go and do some tests, you know. And the doctor would say after certain hours, don't eat. So maybe after 10, don't eat after the last meal. So maybe after 6 o'clock, I don't eat until after everything is done. Hi, Shangy girl. Thank you so much, Shangy girl. Where have you been, Shangy girl? I'm not seen you in a while, Shangy girl. But I see that you're fine. Happy to see you. Happy to see you. Welcome to the live. I know you're not staying long, but I still appreciate you. Shangy girl. You're not easy at all. So, where have you been all this while? Oh, I'm enjoying it. I would stay for a while. Yeah, man. You're good, my dear. No water, no food. Mm-mm. We have to get used to that somehow, but it's kind of hard. When I fast, I do it better if like I'm with other people, like when we normally go out and do church group and do fasting. But even here I come, I realize they do fasting like from up to 12. I did a dry fast, no water and no food. Oh, you're a good man. You dry fast. So you don't have any effect also after. You don't, how you do it? Do you sing? Do you do a worship like thing? Hi, Mom Becky. How are you? Welcome to the live. How are you doing? How are you? Happy to see you. How are you doing, Mom Becky? Yeah. I know you don't stay long when you come in, you just run in and run out. But I'm happy to see people just the same because everybody knows your schedule and they know the time that they have. I know you're on the other side of the globe, but happy to see you nonetheless. Even when I don't see people, and when I see them, I'm still happy to see them. Yes. So what have you been doing with yourself, Mumbeki and Mumbaki? How is it back at your side? Get up at 3 a.m. in the morning and pray and 8 a.m. Yes, I think when we pray, honestly, I think when we pray and fast, it's more effective. It's more meaningful, and I think you get the strength to go on. Yes. I think when it is, but if you just get up and just starve yourself by just not eating any food, and you're not communicating with the Most High, you know, I think it's best when we fast, we are in that sort of communication mode with God. And I think and believe that's when He works because you abstain from the food, the physical food, and you're more inclined. And then you don't even feel the hunger. And even after you break the fast is finished. Because that's how it is when back home. Back here, me not do no fasting. Me not understand the fasting here. Back home, you don't break the fast with a lot of food. You just maybe break it a cup of tea, something like that. Most times a cup of tea. And it put you in a mode of peacefulness, a mode of calmness. Mhm. So I must say, I endorse you and I appreciate you because you are doing something that I've not done in a while. Maybe if they were doing it more, you know, back home you have some churches, I don't know if here too, they have fasting every week, one day. Yes, every week. Some churches I know they fast on a Wednesday and they don't eat from the evening. They have their meal, their dinner. They don't eat until the next day. They go to church. Sometimes they go to church in the night because you need that togetherness to give you the strength. So if you are by yourself in your little space and another person, you might be tempted, you know. So when they go together as one, give them the strength. They sing and with I used to fast, but I don't know. If I have to probably get back into the habit of doing it and not just to starve myself from eating food, but the meaning. Because when you fast, you have to put God in it, like you do too. I'm so proud of you. So when I see you do that, it pushes me, to go back and check myself and say, when I was going through a period of time of unhappy moments, I normally fast every Sunday. hmm And then my son would fast with me too. But it's like, when something you overcome and then you're in a different environment, you don't have the, you know, you don't have the people around you who would fast. People visit other people. If I say I'm going to be fasting, so and so, I know persons who back home, they would just link up with you and say yes. That's why we don't do it on phone. We go to each other's place and just worship, worship, worship. It is very fulfilling. And I think I will have to go back to it. I can't allow myself to be drifting with too many cares of life, too many stresses of life, preventing me from doing what I know I should do. Because when you realize that you are so busy, you come in, you're tired, you're gone, you take a sleep. Yeah, sometimes we get so caught up with everyday life. Yeah, you have to fast to heal and find. Yes. And when you talk like that now, it pinched me because I know I should be the one telling you, honestly, because I know it's what you're saying is true. And that is the way God wants us to help others. When I watch you and you talk about your fasting, today, especially today, and look at the other things that you were showing. Was it yesterday, lunch, some meal for the day, something like that. So you see me, if I go back to the video and finish them. Because me to peace and run. I'm not telling you no lie, peace and run. But today, I watched some of it. And you were saying, talking the time, and I said, geez. But no, me at work today, I'm a peep. And that's why I can't even go on people's live at time because me no want to run in and run out. If me can get them one good 15, 20 minutes. If I see where I cannot do that, me hide in the bush. But while I was hiding in the bush and watching you, I felt bad. I felt really bad. I said, but there goes this lady. I don't think she's a Christian. And here she's talking about these things, which I think they call it now intermittent fasting. Them giving things too much nice name. Intermittent. It should be fasting. It should fast even one day out of each month. And you know what I learned in my studies too? Add a question answer sticker. This part of being in a chat. Every time I see this thing come up, start question answer. Huh? Answer. All right. Right, he's asking me now to start our question answer chat. Okay, so it's questioning best part of being in a chat. All right. So you are a believer. Okay. So you're a believer and you believe that you should give back because what? You believe that the Lord is doing things for you, right? Right? And then when you fast, because the white you put up something I just start talking, so he said best part of being in a chat. No, do you think when you fast, I'm just trying to tickle your brain again so we can resurrect back my thoughts too. Do you think when you fast, you feel closer drawn spiritually? I don't know how you do this. You, you feel closer drawn spiritually when you fast? How you feel? How you feel after during the fast and how you feel after the fasting? So first, how you feel while you're fasting? Because this conversation, whoever comes along, fine, but it started pulling me out to question you. Because why I'm questioning like this, I want when other people go on the live, whenever, and they say something like this with the fasting, they'll be encouraged. I didn't plan to talk about fasting, but God sent you here. I plan to talk about hurricane, earthquake, Jayden Smith, the boy is missing, and the Earth Day. And when I see YT put up something, best part of being in a chat. And here you come talking about the fasting. So I have to make it come out so that whenever anybody go back and look at the channel, they will see it. Right? And they can become there are many ways we can win people to God serve to become a believer. Let me say become a believer. Because many persons moving around, they are believers, but they don't know how to go about doing certain things. So when they come across talking about fasting and the benefits of fasting, they are going to look into themselves too. Because sometimes some people fast, it's not that they want to fast, they don't have anything to eat. So they end up have to rely on God. So they just keep going to Him. Father God, you see, I have nothing to eat. And they will pray and talk to Him. You understand me? So, see, as we start to talk like this, not the number climbing, guys, when you come on in, please thumbs up the live and like it up. Because this must be God's doing, because I never come here to talk about fasting. But if it is so, it will be so. Right? Okay, see, I feel great, more connected, want more of God and peace in my life. That is so true and important. Because why, when the doctors say we are going to do a test, therefore we are to do a type of fasting before coming to do the maybe blood test or some, those kind of tests. And we say, Lord Jesus. And doctor said, don't eat after 10. But before 10, we pack up his stomach with a lot of food. Because we say we're going to be hungry by the time we're going to break the fast after we do the test. And the test may take us down into the next day in the afternoon. And sometimes some people feel like they're going to faint. But talking to you now, with having the Holy Spirit with you, you're communicating with Him through prayer, and you may sing a little song the way you can sing or hum and speak to the Lord. You abstain from the physical food, and here you say now you feel more connected. So after the fasting, how do you feel physically and spiritually? Let's look at the spiritual side. Well, you give me the spiritual side. And how you feel when you finish fasting? Knowing that you're the person who are fasting, because I know that you're giving me some of your time, and I know you're a busy lady. So God said, touch you first with what you come about. Because what I had chosen were not really of God's. They're just a social concerns. When I, if I may, when I fast, during the fast, I feel connected, honestly. And you don't you don't even have the food with you neither. Okay, you say, well, after I do my prayers, I feel whole and very blessed. Yes. And you end the fast with prayer. That is so nice. When I'm doing my fast, I don't even have water, nothing at all with me. And when I'm finished, I'm not even so hungry. My head don't feel anywhere dreary. All I want when I'm done is to say a little cup of tea. Have a little cup of tea. Maybe a mint tea. Hi, Luca. A cup of mint tea. And it's not like you want to drink it fast, 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 like you're hungry, hungry. No. It's like you have to force yourself to take a little sup of tea. And then when you go home, because I normally do it away. Thank you for the hearts, guys. When you go home now, when you're in your own space, when you finish the fast now, everything is done. You may have maybe you have a cup of tea. But back home, they always say to encourage to have a cup of mint tea without any milk, just the, just the hot water. Some people just drink straight hot water, or they put a tea bag. Nothing, no milk, nothing, and no food, no bread, no soup. And if it's soup, it's broth. So when you finish now, the fast is over. Your body have a sort of joy. I really help my healing. I really help. It really help my healing. My foot is all right. So that's what that is telling me now too. We all need to develop a pattern of fasting, not to just starve ourselves from food, but while we're planning when a person going to fast, I think as you say, you have your foot. God see your heart with your foot. Maybe it's taking too long. I know you want to go and walk. That everybody, we know you're accustomed to, and everybody want their foot to use, right? So you feel that this thing is taking a long time. I need to go to God in prayer, earnest prayer, and talk to Him. Put it to Him. And if He so desires, He will allow your foot to be healed. And after the fasting, you feel renewed. You feel like, yeah, you feel light. But that's how I normally feel. I always feel lighter, like everything is gone. Like I'm on a different cloud. I'm light. And then I take my time, still communing with God and going along. And then, that sometimes by the time you end the fasting totally, you see what you want become a reality. Sometimes something that you would have wanted, but it was not in the forefront of your brain, it just come out. You have to say, but Lord, me think about my ankle, and God give me some thoughts of maybe how to massage my ankle. So, those sort of things, and it strengthens you. So I feel happy, Lady J. You come on tonight. You never come by yourself, right? Stay happy. Hi, stay happy. Welcome to the live. You didn't come by yourself. I'm telling you. All right. I appreciate what you have done. And I'm telling you, somebody's going to bless you because I will have to, not just to copy you, but I know I should be doing it more often. I'm happy for you to come. Have a wonderful evening. Take care and bye bye. No, I was trying to get something done. Um, I don't know. Uh, I remember you. I've not seen you in a while. Yes, thank you, Lady J, for coming. Thank you so much. You don't know what you have done. I tell you, you don't know what you have done, but God knows the fruits of what can happen. I'm just mad. No, so okay. I thought it was Shangy Girl. Oh, sorry, somebody came on named Shangy Girl. She would have left probably. So when I saw Stay Happy 12, I think it was Shangy Girl. Oh, hi, Luz. I like that name, Luz. Luz. Luz is a nice name. You didn't have to put out your name, you know, Luz. I don't know what. Say, go to pizza tapping. Thank you so much, Lady J. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I need to go and finish up those videos by tomorrow so that I can let you have them. Because I have about two incomplete. I have to finish them because we all know the value of every watch hour, right? Yes. Thank you so much for your time. Oh, you make videos? No. No, let me tell you something, no, Luz. Your YouTube name is, let me make a note, I don't want to forget. So I can support you. How old are you? How old are you, Luz? How old are you? Ah, how old are you, Luz? You don't have to be, Anyway, you don't have to tell me, but anyhow, because I would not want it to be, if I go and you're a child, I will be able to subscribe to your channel. If you're a child, because YT wants persons 18 years and older. You're just 12. This, okay. Well, mm, I can't subscribe to children because my channel is not made for kids. You understand? It's not made for kids. And therefore, if I subscribe to your channel, you're going to have to be coming over to watch my videos, right? Your mother can, and if she's there with you and she subscribes, then you can watch it with her. But if you are just using her phone, no. So, all right. So, did your mom subscribe to? Did your mom sub to my channel? I had a lovely discussion earlier about fasting. Did your mom sub to my channel? And I also have another channel. Wow. Let me. You did. Stay happy. I like that name. Hmm. And I have another channel too, which is named Anti Demotivates. So, my channel, as I said, they are not made for kids. But what I do, kids can do watch them, but they are not. I don't make it specifically for kids. But I never have anything on my channel that children cannot watch. You understand? Whatever I put up is good for everybody's eyes. Everybody's eyes. Right? There's nothing filthy in whatever I put out. But because YT says, you know, you have to stipulate if it's for kids or not. Right? But my channel is there. Anybody can go and look at the things. Anybody can subscribe. Anybody, because it's a clean channel. But like I say, it's not made for kids because there are times I may have to put out something, maybe in a video or on a live stream, which would not be having a discussion like now on a live stream at a particular topic, which would not be healthy for a child. Is it bad being? No, we need boys and girls. It's not bad. No, why do you think that? It's not bad being a boy. We need boys and we need girls, right? If I say yes, you would leave. We need boys and we need girls. So don't be, you're a boy, be happy. Be happy with yourself. Okay, how was school today? How was school today? And like up the life too. How was school today? All right. You got to go now because you have to go to school tomorrow. Have a good night rest and be at school early and do your best in school. Okay? Bye. Bye. Stay happy. Stay happy. Let me make a note of your name. Yeah, bye bye. Have a good evening now. Enjoy yourself. Yes, the evening is going along. It's going up to 8 o'clock. Thank you. Look at all my videos and watch the ads. They have some nice ads too. Watch them and enjoy them. And tell your mom and your rest of family members to go on my channel and watch the videos and watch everything. Everything there is nice. And they can comment as well. Okay? Bye. Yes, yes. It's just a little bit 2 minutes past 8, and we have not done very bad. I'm so happy that we'll get a chance to talk about fasting. And guys, for those who are here, fasting is important. It's not just for when the doctor says we are going to do an examination, maybe your physical, and they say that you are not to eat any meal. But there are times we should. I think one of the reasons why fasting is important, along with spirituality, is it gives your body a chance to breathe. Let me say breathe. To for the organs to give it a rest from the chewing and the stomach. Give the organs a break, and whatever is in, get a chance to come out and give you a renewed feeling. What do you think? Tell me about it. And on the spiritual side, it is important because when we think too much of the food that we are eating, we don't even sometimes think about persons who don't have to eat because we are so caught up with satisfying our own stomach, our own desires. So we don't even think about others. We are busy preparing this lovely meal, setting this table with so many different dishes, and there's somebody outside who will be very hungry, who do with a little of what you would throw away. So sometimes when and sometimes we're at a situation where we're ill, we cannot eat anything. Your stomach cannot take it because you're having some health issues. And we start to lose weight because we're accustomed to eating so much things. And when the time comes when you cannot have them, you start to worry. Worry about, oh, I'm not able to eat this, and then I'm gonna lose weight. But sometimes our body needs to shed the weight. So sometimes the sickness comes as a means of us not eating some of the things. And when we are not well, we abstain from eating some food. We abstain. Why we wait until when we are not well, when we can do it while we are in our healthy frame of mind? We can discipline ourselves. I'm not going to say we can fast every week for a day, but I think it would be good to do it even one day for the week. Apart from it being economical, I think it's healthy. You get during the fasting. To me, fast with a purpose. Focus on the Almighty, and He will do the rest. And even when you say you're going to fast, you must have a duration in mind, whether it's a half a day, one day, 10 hours, 12 hours. And we don't fast because somebody is fasting. That person may have a purpose. And you may have and don't even know. But everybody should fast. And I think everybody should have a purpose. Even if it is to ask God to guide your thoughts positively, give you wisdom to understand. There are so many things we can fast for. And when we say fast, we mean abstain from eating food. And just think about the spiritual food that is between you and God talking, not actually eating the physical bread and sandwich and those things. You don't eat anything. Some people do drink water. And if somebody's going to try fasting, you don't have to do a whole 24 hours. You pray, you know what you're going to fast about. You can do a couple hours, maybe a 6 hour or a 12 hours. You set the timing. And you know why it is good to, if there should come a time when you are broke, you don't have any money to do some things, you go to God, because that's your only hope now. to help you go through that period of discomfort where you don't have any money to buy any grocery or pay any bills. Because all along you were not fasting, you were just having fun. So now you don't have any money, you're empty, you're broke. As the song says, empty and broken. You come back. So you're broke, you're empty, you have nothing. Nothing in your hands, nothing in your stomach. So you go to God earnestly. And then that's how you're going to talk with Him. But we should not wait until when we are broke and empty. We must do it while we have life, while we are at our best in whatever we are doing. We should do it. Hi, Brian. How are you, Brian? How are you, Brian? Welcome, welcome. So that's where we leave the fasting for now, and we can pick it up another time. How are you doing, Brian? You say you're good. What makes you good, Brian? What have you done today? What have you done today to make you feel that you are good? Who tell you that you are good? I know a person some years ago named Baxter. Now I see a Baxter. You know, Baxter, Baxter, two separate names. First time I'm seeing this name though, Baxter. Okay, you didn't do anything. Okay, make sure tomorrow you do something, right? Do something tomorrow, and then you have a better day. You know we have good, better, best. All right. So if you do something tomorrow, something meaningful, you'll have a better day. You're going to be happier. But I'm happy that you are here, and you didn't have to stop by. I appreciate your coming. So, where in the world are you watching me from, Brian? Where are you watching me from? Where are you watching me from, Brian? Where are you watching me from, Brian? So, you don't know where you're watching me from? Okay. So, you don't know where you are then? Okay, it's nice, but it's nice that you are here. Mm-hmm. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to have you. Would you want us to talk? I put some things on this in my description. Which of them? San Antonio. Oh, King Billy. King Billy is in Texas. How are you, King? King Billy? King Billy looks to be so nice, attired like an executive, like he's a pastor. I've never been to Texas. What's the weather like there? I think it should be a little cooler, right? Here it's cold. Here it's cold. But it's still good weather. We had rain. Outside is very cool. We had a lot of rain today. A lot of rain. So it's quiet, but it's inside. Not many vehicles are out. But for the past 2 weeks going now, it has been 3 weeks, 3 weeks. As a matter of fact, since October or late September, we have been having some cold weather. Cold. Thank you. So, yes, we were talking. I was talking with one of my subscriber earlier about fasting. Hi, Maya. But we had, I had listed talking about earthquake, hurricanes, Jayden Smith, and national heroes. But um, maybe now I could talk a little about hurricanes because I know Texas do experience hurricane as well, right? Some sections of Texas, and that is when it comes up from out the Gulf and comes up. But when I looked this evening, there was a trough. There was two storms were out there over the weekend, but apparently they have changed or seem to have gotten weaker. They were more from the Windward Islands, and they say if it had come north, it would have affected Jamaica, Haiti, and Dominican Republic. But apparently it seems to be weakened down. So now they are talking about another one, a trough now. And this trough um, is sending a lot of rain over Jamaica. And I've seen where it was it Saturday evening, but they had rain for a couple of days. Well, it washed away a vehicle. But luckily, that river, I know that river. That river is a small river. It never have much water in it, but it's seven rivers coming together. But that section, if it was a big rivers, them the people them would be gone. It tumbled right over and they escaped, but they had to use something to lift it out of the water, and it give them a warm time, warm time, but they got it out. So you see, when you're driving, you have to know the way well, so that sometimes you're in the waterway and you don't even know. And when the water comes, it comes with such force sometimes that it pushes you off the road. And I know that place never have any bridge. You never have it. Just like Flatbridge, they show Flatbridge in St. Catherine. You may have heard about Flatbridge. And the whole big river and the bridge everywhere covered like a huge lake. You know? So when we see those flooding, you have to be careful when traveling, because sometimes you don't know where you're traveling, and you don't know if water will rush down in that the road you're traveling on and wash you away. You may lose a life. So when it comes to, especially now, because we have a lot of hurricanes, for some reason I don't think, which I don't want them to, I don't think the hurricanes are going to reach any great level this year, because further north is getting very cool. I don't know if Florida and that's section going around to Texas, if it is warm. But the warmer the water, if the water was really warm, those two storms that threatened a few days now, Saturday especially, they would have developed into big hurricanes. But you see, it weakened, so now they have a trough. And troughs can send a lot of rain too. So even I was talking, to somebody, they were having the rain, and I was watching them videotaping the rain. Yeah, so it's when it comes to hurricane, we have to make preparation, because we are never out of the woods. But here in the States, it's different. You guys don't have hurricane very often, right? It doesn't happen very often. I'm in upstate New York, Arwan Nickam. Thank you so much. Thank you. I like this color. I like bright colors. Thank you, Oran. Maya say on October 18, I had a thunderstorm. Heavy rain was happening. Yeah. Where are you, Maya? I know you're a son of my subscriber. I remember the name. Where are you again? Where are you, in Florida or Jamaica? I don't remember which of them, because you don't come very often. Missouri, yes. Somewhere, yes. Sorry about it. But there's some person. But I remember your name. I remember it. Yeah, Tetla, good night. Just reach home from work. Hush. Were there plenty rain this evening? I'm glad you come home safe. So get yourself sorted out, man. Take your time. Yes, Maya. So you'd have, Missouri. You'd have experience. Yeah, because over the weekend, places had a lot of thunderstorm. We had a little, but not so much. But it was cold, so that a lot of rains were being, affecting other areas. So when it comes to this type of weather, always start no, okay, because I see where they say a trough is out. It's going to cover all of Jamaica. So a lot of rain. For the remaining days, you're going to have a lot of rain. So make sure you have an umbrella and you have clothes that if you get wet, you can change. Because that's the time when people get flu. Yes, Maya. So when it comes to hurricane season, I know back in Jamaica, because I'm a Jamaican, we have to prepare the roof, prepare the sides and the windows, and put things to keep it intact. Just like up here, you guys would put sandbags to keep back the waves. So people who live near the sea, they would move away from the sea for the few days. Sometimes the sea comes in, just like I see it doing, and the rivers, and take away the houses and wash them away. So people normally vacate those premises and go somewhere else to stay until the weather is back to normal. You see? And sometimes it rains. I saw plenty. And the thunder is pounding. And the lightning, it makes it to every time you hear it, you jump. Yeah. So, people try to get safe. So we are in the hurricane season now. But I'm just hoping that it will just pass this year and nothing. And every time when a hurricane affects Jamaica or passes, I remember when we had Hurricane Burial. It was last year, I think. Hurricane Beryl and Milton, they pass by Jamaica there to the south, coming up all the way up into the Gulf, and look at what it flooding and everything. Bad things happen. A lot of rain. Rain can do a lot of damage. It causes the trees to fall, it weakens the soil, and it moves the building, shift it away, and then that's it. All right, so you having rain there now. Yes. And then we look also, the other dangerous disaster is the quake. I don't even like to say the name because it is so dangerous. Sorry, it just happens in seconds. It doesn't give any warning. The only warning you get is when the tremors are small and it's not so deep maybe, so you feel a tremor. But let me tell you, I felt it once in my life, and believe you me, it is very scary. I had to run and hide. I was at where I was working, and I have to tell everybody, says, earthquake, and everybody will run under the desk. You hear some sounds like the earth want to pull itself apart to swallow the building. It was scary. It is scary. And Jamaica experienced a 4.2 yesterday, last evening, or some minutes after 2 p.m. So, and they have been rain now. So, I'm just hoping that there won't be any disaster, because disasters are not easy. Because when you're affected by disasters, it keeps you back. You don't have the amount of money to go and repair, because everything is costly. Labor is costly, material is costly, and if to find the money to go to the bank to get a loan or take a mortgage, maybe a section of the house is damaged, you have to find the money to pay back the bank within a certain time. So you would not have had those monies put aside. But when it comes to hurricane season, it's always good before you have the hurricane season coming on to check your buildings, put up the proper guttering that will lead the water away. Look at the roof, if it is strong enough. Look at the building that may need some repairing. There are so many little things that we have to do. So we don't wait until the moment when you are told that there will be a hurricane within the couple hours that they tell you to expect it. That's the time you're going to run around and run around. Maya says, yikes, those disasters are dangerous. That's very good. Prepare. It can't take too much to be prepared. Prepared and prepare yourself. And also, when you prepare, have some extra groceries. Do you have extra groceries, Tomaya? Yeah, man, buy some extra groceries. Not a lot, but buy enough just in case at the end of the disaster, you need something. You will need food to eat. And there's nothing, the roads are damaged, trees are across the road, the vehicles cannot take the food to the stores, so you have to wait, and then you have a crowd at the doorway waiting, and as they open the door, everybody rush in. So there are some basic things that people need to have. Some basic things like medical drugs, first aid kit. Make sure you have those little things in your first aid kit. And you make sure that you do all your laundry. True, Maya. Do your laundry. Because, Maya, you would not want to go through a hurricane and have dirty clothes. or have a laundry to be done, because something may happen to the electricity, something may happen to the water supply, and you don't know how quick it will come back. So when you hear for disaster like hurricane, not the earth, not the creek, but the creek, you can prepare for it. No matter you try, you can try to strengthen your building, but it's like I'm talking to you now, something it can just happen, just like that. You know, you strengthen a place and have your non-perishable, you know, and stock up your things. But there are times we don't have the money to stock up the way we want to stock up. So we only buy the essential things that are needed, that can carry you through, you know. And especially homes with children, children are always hungry. No matter what you give, they are always hungry. So you have to have enough food supply. And sometimes, I've experienced hurricane preparation, buying up a lot of things, and then the hurricane didn't bother to come. The hurricane just die. And I said, whoa, I spent so much money to buy the food, and no, just to look at it, you must see. It's like you don't want it to come, You don't want it to come, but you spend the money to buy the food, you know. But that's how it goes. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man. And you see, things are so expensive now that the grocery bill is very high. And that's why it's best when you buy non-perishable. So if the hurricane didn't come, those goods can stay for another time. But when you have children, wow, they know you have this thing, and everything tend to just go finish like a normal grocery shopping. So you have to, if you have children, you have to have a place where you lock away the things. So those things are for emergency. When I was a child, if we see them buy Milo, hurricane didn't come, we know the Milo is there, we want some Milo. We cannot wait for it to mix drinks. If it's to trust in our hands, and we, but children be children. So that is why when I look at children, as I'm stepping into Jayden thing, when I look at children, I think even sometimes they are rude. When they are rude, I think we should correct them, because some you would say they should know better, but some, depending on their brain development, they are very simple. You can take some children and just lead them to where you want them, just lead them. They don't have the skill of thinking critically to say, I'm not to go there. I'm not to talk to a stranger. I'm not to. No, they take everybody easy. Sometimes they don't know who is going to hurt them, because they're not so attentive to observe people's countenance, observe the words people use, observe how people speak, for you to be cautious and step back. But because children are children, and especially when they are 12 and younger, when they are a little over 12, like 13, 14, maybe they'll be a little bit more wiser. But if it's a sheltered child that is not exposed, is not, say, street smart, will just go into danger and don't know that he's going into danger, if you understand me. When I look at this little boy that has been in the news since September 26th, and I've been following, and each day it's unfolding more and more, it is even sad. I think people who have children, or if you know of any children, you see a child, if it's a family member, yeah, watch their surroundings. But when I have to go and find that passage in the Bible that says, when your enemy is of your own household, it is not, I think it's in Psalm, and I'm going to find it. I'm going to Google it and find it. It is hard. It is hard for you to detect how much your own family member that you may share the same house, not those who are far away, within the same space as you. You shower, you eat together, you're all there. You're back, Maya. Thank you for being back. And it makes you wonder, because the adult knows how a child thinks. The adult is older, The adult will observe more. The adult knows where he wants to go with his whole behavior, attitude. But the child is an innocent, right? Children are like lambs. I look at sheep, and one would say sheep are fool. If you know what I mean. Sheep, a sheep behave different from a goat. Uh, Guys, when you have some time, you can go and Google and watch the behavior of sheep and goat. Especially all the young one, they, oh my God, yeah, they know. They, sometimes I look back and say, boy, if only, that is why we should, adults should protect children, protect them. If you want to have bad mind for another adult, that adult should be able to observe, because they are older. But a child is not, it's like a baby. A baby will not know how much you want to hurt him. The baby will come to you and play and laughing and playing with you. The baby don't know you want to hurt him. Mm-mm. But the baby brain doesn't go that way. And a young child, a child too, up to the age of 12, you have some big 12. They are very wise. You have some little 12. So to me, when they are so sheltered, they are coming from a very poor background. They are afraid. So anything you tell them run, they run. They just run. You give them something, you take it back, they give it back to you. They may cry, but they just, they can be easily abused. Easily. So when I follow the thing over the weekend, it gives me so much headache. And I look at it today. I said to myself, is this real? What am I seeing in the media? Is it real? Your own household, your own brother, I mean, when I say brother, relative, close, in the same house. They are not with you. But maybe he could have sent something, but because I'm speaking of Jayden Smith, because he may not want to think. He may know, but he don't want to say anything for fear they may tell him to go, and he doesn't have anywhere to go. So he will put up with everything. If maybe they give him a nice dinner to make him feel good, and the other one give him eye contact, you know what it means? He knows he must eat much because the other one is going to come and take the plate of food. And he cannot talk. And maybe they tell him to do things and they give him a little change. And when they're done, they go back and take it away from him and he cannot talk. But you see, each time I think of a child and treating children well, I remember when Jesus was always going around preaching, and he would say to, after preaching, and one day he was tired. That's what the Bible said. So he sat under a tree because you're there preaching and the crowd is there. And because of the children were so drawn to him, they were understanding how he was sort of doing things. They want to touch him. So when they were rushing up, running to know children like to touch and smile and feel good, the disciples were there telling them to step back. The master is tired. He needs some rest. Because they would not know. They saw him preaching and teaching, but they did not know that he need rest. But what did Jesus say? Suffer the little children. Leave them alone. Because as much as we are adults, we are seen as children in God's sight. So you see the level? No adult, no come before God. We are adults here on earth, but we are his children. Like Psalm 100 says, we are the sheep of his pastures, right? So we are his children. So he blessed them. And that is why people always take their babies to church or wherever to have them christened or blessed. Because they want the Spirit of the Lord to guide their children through. So, and they always say, bring them to the Lord. So when you see they go for christening or baby's blessing or dedication, the baby doesn't know what is taking place, but you, the adult, know. So you, the adult, know should take care of the babies, take care of the children. Instead, we are abusing them, and what they have done to these little boys, it touch every nerve in every well-thinking person. Because what they have done, I would want it be done to me. So it tells me I have to be cautious because you're out there in the stores, you're driving on the road, you're walking past people, you don't know the level of thinking that they have. Because some people, I wonder what is wrong with why they cherish evil thoughts. Why? But then maybe I wouldn't want to know really why. But sometimes I say they don't have any reason to cherish evil thoughts. But on the other hand, I would say, what are they mixed up in? Why they would want to cherish evil thoughts? Because anything that is evil is of the devil. That's my belief. Anything that is evil is of the devil. Because God don't want any evil in his sight. So, this little boy, they just do away with him. And on top of that too, I did 2 videos and I'm going to do another one. Um, he was such a brilliant person. Although he was from a poor, rejected family. Happy night, brother. Happy Monday evening. It's not that when I watched the video with L.A. Lewis and his mother, his biological mother, I felt it. Because she said she had 7 of them. You can imagine 7 children? My mother had 8 of us. 7 children, and she looks to be a young person. But sometimes, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Sometimes in life, I've seen persons who grow very poor, very, very poor. They carry fried dumpling in paper bag when I was going to school. And yesterday, the fried dumpling, it makes the paper bag oily. Because we never had plastic bag. Yeah, might as well come into the stream. We never had plastic bags like no poly bags. It's paper bags. So when you buy things at the shop, it will be in the paper bags, the brown paper bags. So they put the fried dumpling in the bags and take it to school and then take them time and go one side. They don't want anybody to see. And I hope you guys know me talking about fried dumpling, Eat their fried dumpling. I don't know if Maya know what is fried dumpling. Eat their fried dumplings. That is when you mix the flour into a dough and you put some things in it and baking powder, baking flour, and you fry it nicely under low heat. You can have it with anything, with an egg or a frankfurter, anything, whatever you choose, callaloo, you name it. And I see those children, they do very well in school, but they were very poor, very, very poor. And even when they had to pay for exam, they couldn't pay for the exam, the school had to pay for it for them. Because if they were slow children, I don't call them dunce, maybe if they were slow, nobody recognized them. But they were very brilliant, and that's what Jayden Smith reminds me of too. They were brilliant, brilliant. So the school paid for all their subjects, and they passed them with good grades, good grades. Everybody was proud of them, and nobody could bad mind them because, and they felt so good. They don't know how to feel bossy, like how some would feel bossy. They were more crying because they know they would be able to do the exam because their parents did not have it. And they come out and even to go to college, they were able to get a job with their subjects so they could get their loans, student loans, and go to college. Today, some of them are doctors, So many persons, some of them are Rhodes Scholars, many persons today who we see. And that is why I normally watch this program. Ian something. Was it Ian? There was this man who normally come on TVJ profile. I think Ian something, I remember the name though, but he would always come on a Sunday evening. And he would bring persons, from different backgrounds. And, when you hear sometimes how they start off, many persons did not have riches to reach where they are, but over time, they were able to accumulate. And this little boy, nobody knows but God if he would have been a prime minister or whatever, a doctor, a surgeon, we don't know. Ian Boyne, yes, Ian Boyne. Many Sunday evenings, I would be eating my dinner or just sitting down and listening, watching him, interviewing persons. Him get them from all walks of life. Ian Boyne, yes. Yeah, man. JVC, Auntie, I don't care what no one say. Is the wicked girl that leave from her. Yeah, go. Yeah, but that's what it is being put on. No, the 15-year-old, let's say, confess. I don't get to it by myself because today I've been so tied up. But I said to myself, my God, sorry, truth say, I bet it's tight. I don't know what you're talking about. I said, my God. And he said it's jealousy and whatever, whatever. I don't know if what I've been reading, I glanced at in social media today, but I'll believe, but because I want to go at it again. And when I saw it, I said, Lord Jesus. They said it was being choked, strangled or something. It is sad. Mm-mm. I don't in Jesus' time. Forgive me for going back there sometimes. In Jesus' time though, Judas was seen as a bad person. Bad person. Judas always was among the 12, going around with Jesus everywhere. He was the one who kept the money. So Judas would have been the minister of finance, right? So him deal with the money spending. And Judas is never yet happy when the money has to spend. He complained when Mary Magdalene used her hair and the perfume to wipe Jesus' feet. Remember that Judas was going on with them, you know? And just to show her affection. Judas was not happy when Mary did that. Judas said Mary should have, in the value of the perfume is so good that it should have been given to him. Maybe Judas was even stealing some of the money from it. Remember, we don't read that still, but we always say that people handle money. JB, tell me if I'm wrong. We always hear that people who handle money always take some for themselves, but I have never read that, but you can sometimes think it. But Judas was never yet happy. But what I want to say is Judas was in the end, Judas was turned out to be a very wicked, bad person. And when Judas did what he did, kiss the person and do all of that. So you see, Judas was from the fold of the friends of Jesus going around the disciples. And he used his code to go up and kiss him. You know the thing we go already, I don't have to detail it. Kiss Jesus to show the other side that he's him. He's a person named Jesus, in case they think he's going to go to a wrong person. And you know what happened with that? From then they captured Jesus and have him up and down and whatever till they crucify him. And when Judas see the truth in that what he did was wrong. Wrong. You know, sometimes, you know, we only look at the thing like when it's Easter. But sometimes we have to look at other things and put them together. And that's why I learn. Everybody learn differently. So when Judas see what he did, and Peter at the time in Garden of Gethsemane was upset, so Peter drew this sword and said, wait, what is going on here? And cut off the priest's ears. What did Jesus do? Put it back on. Judas know what he did. And when everything was them pulling Jesus from one court to the other, up and down the time, Judas, when he look, all Judas wanted, you know, was for Jesus to just do some things, some miracle. Because Judas want to be, you know, in control too. Maybe in the end, if Jesus had done something, you know, probably beat up Jesus to get the position. If you know what I mean, the way things are going now. And look at what Judas did. He knew what he did was not right. You know, and I imagine Jesus looked at Judas. But Jesus knew everything, you know, but he looked at him. What Judas did. Judas throw back the money, give the people them the 30 pieces of silver. It has no use to him anymore. So he throw it. I imagine some pick it up, but people take it up. And went out and unalive himself. Because when you do such bad things, and Judas knew what they were going to do to Jesus in the end. So what he did, he went and to cut himself off from everything. He went and did his own. He didn't wait. He didn't wait. Peter again denied him. Peter was of the same fold. Peter denied him and said, boy, I mean, I want nothing for this man. You don't know him. But when Peter heard the cock crow, conviction. So sometimes I look at some people, Them have some wicked intention. The heart, maybe the heart itself, the heart that they have physical inside the body could change color and you could see from outside. Then would avoid those people. But it's like we're not God. And as I was talking to Lady J earlier on, talking about fasting, sometimes we have to go to God on our empty stomach, not eat any food, and pray, fast to get what we want. Because when we are mixing with people, we don't know what they have in their brain. You eat and drink with people, and they do things. I've seen movies, people eating and drinking, and some sneaking, they come and drop in the drinks or whatever in the food. So it is cold. The child is just 12, not 21 or 50. Not that anyone should do that, but they analyze the little boy. When I look at him with the amount of medals, trophies, certificates, and he was the top valedictorian and he read it, and in not even one term, all he was able to spend was 2 weeks in high school. The first the first week was when we had the election, and then the other 2 weeks. On the 26th of September, he was missing. And to see that he was a disciplined child, he joined the cadet. In the first 2 weeks of school, he joined the cadet. And if you're not disciplined, you're not going to join the cadet. So you see where he was thinking. Maybe he would go into the army. We don't know. He could probably go in the army and become a lieutenant or whatever, the different level. And they just unalive him. And it is all over I would say over the world. It's international. Everybody talking about it. But they are going to have a day. Every one of us have a day, but we have to be more loving. We have to be more loving and kind. It's best for us not to be involved in bad things and be satisfied with the little things that we have. Because when we are satisfied with the little things that we have, we are going to be more loving and kind. But sometimes we have agreed from a lot of things and they become more selfish. More selfish. So that is it. That is my point. It touches me really hard. I was hoping that they would find him alive. But when I see these heavy rains over the past few weeks and onto the weekend up to yesterday, they were having a lot of rain. I said, no matter where, if the person is buried, the place is supposed to be saturated and everything gone. But apparently they seem to have found it. They are going to be a march Friday in Manchester, and I believe they should. So have they found him as yet? Yeah, man, they should. You see how things can turn up. Right now, they showed me that my whole body have goose pimples. That means that they have not found him yet then. They have not found him as yet, probably. For they said they were going to do that. Yeah, man, something, it make my body feel. It's sad. And it's not like you're doing for that one person, but you look at the many of them that has been going. So if they are going to do the march, that means that they have not found him then. Well, the persons who are involved confess, then they will they will tell them where they put it. I've never seen anything like that in all my years of living. And believe you me, I would never want to be up. That's why sometimes some of us don't have any family. We don't have any husband and whatever. Because I can imagine how people feel who are family members to those people. Nobody will want anybody to know if you don't know. Just keep, you know. As the day goes on, the Lord, He hears every cry. And that is why I like to read the Psalms. Because the Psalms is really telling us about David. David, he write Psalms, he write Songs of Solomon, he write Ecclesiastes, and he write Proverbs. Right? But especially the Psalms. If you have time, guys, just sit down and take time and read the Psalms. It is so strengthening, meaningful. So, says, I don't know person going into the hills. They said they're getting support from persons all over seas to buy water to go on the journey. Yes, that means they don't find the body. It's like you're searching. Mercy me. Mercy, mercy. All right. So, if you see me, it's the first I put out so much things on my life. I said to myself, last evening I was really tired and then I have an early shift this morning. So I said I need a rest. Yes, I wouldn't be able to be up. No, I wouldn't be able to come on tonight. Yeah, man, I watched him, I watched him when he was at the biological mother's house. And she's at a mental. They put out, that's why sometimes I don't want to watch anything. They put out all sort of things over the past days that she's mental. She's not a mental person, but she's poor. And Jayden is a fourth one. Fourth one. I think she has one 18 years old. And the family did not tell her that he was missing or anything. She was just crying, crying. Oh, anyway, we catch up off. Yes, and my final topic, guys. JB, you're sleeping? It's like searching for a needle in a hay. The people who they suspect are the ones that they should demand. And maybe it was a sacrifice. So then, I don't know. If they don't hold the people in, they will not know where it is. Mm-hmm. You have to hold them in order to know where. As you go searching like for a needle in a hay, which is difficult. Yes, I was watching LA yesterday when he was in Manchester. The lady, LA, look. When I listen to the officers, them talking, I say, boy. But my final point, JB seemed to be tired, and I seem as if he was working all day hard today. But don't worry, JB, me won't be too long. Today is Monday. I may feel like I may have some energy. So I'm not going to go too far. I may go a little, maybe hour and a half. I don't want to keep it too long because we know how it go already. Today, I did not remember that today is the third Monday. And today is an important day in my country. Today is National Labor Day. No, not Labor Day. National National Heritage Heroes Day. Oh Lord, see me the right Labor Day here. Yeah. No, it was Heroes. National Heroes Day. Tesla, did you get any award, JB? Anyone you get any award? I was never yet lucky to get any. JB, you get any? Did you go down to get one? But we are all unsung heroes. We are heroes in our own way. We have done things to help others, but all of us will not be able to go and collect a reward, an award rather, award. But we do all good in the community where we are at. So I still believe that, we may not be among the selected few because it will not be possible to give the selected few. But we know what we are doing, and some are not doing anything. But we who are doing know what we are doing, so God will reward us, right? So let us not be grateful, or let us not complain, because when you complain about things, you're not going to get a blessing. Whatever we do it happily, right? So many persons, I understand, were awarded today. I didn't get a chance to even watch it because I was so busy, but it's good that some people were recognized. I don't even, maybe later on I'll be able to, tomorrow and later in the week, I may go and watch it to see if there were anybody amongst the team that I may know, or just to hear. But I'm happy that they had another Labor Day, another Heroes Day. And although the focus is on, sorry, although the focus is on heroes, what do we have any favorite hero? Do you have any Tedla? Anybody here online with me now? Do you have any favorite hero? I have. I have. And I think every one of us should have, especially those that were more active, right? And well, we would say each of them played their different roles. But for me, one of my favorite is Paul Bogle because I kept seeing him, visualizing him from I was going to school, walking from Stony Good to Morant Bay. Maybe because I was in the choir that did the poem, right? And it sticks. And the heroes that we had coming down, Marcus Garvey, I like him too. William Gordon, Norman Manley, Nani coming down, Bustamante. Um, I think what the Sam Sharp. Let me not forget Sam Sharp. He was very vibrant too, a very vibrant preacher. I can just imagine him when in his time. But when I look back, sometimes I wonder if maybe I shouldn't say it, these heroes and heroines who fought for our freedom, for us to be where we are. I mean, having some freedom in the country. And I'm speaking specifically speaking of Jamaica, because I can't tell about the heroes much for the other country. I know about some based on when I did West Indian history, but I remember everything. No, I wonder how happy they will be. They could have been if they should suddenly be resurrected to life. To look around and observe where we are now and compare to where they had brought us to. I wonder if they'll be very happy or they will just shrink and go back down into the grave and cover up and no one to come back out. Guys, tell me. I don't know. Person going today is they said they start getting support from. You think? Is it that we are taking things for granted and we don't regard? But even you talk to the younger people, they don't want to hear anything about the old time things that happened in the past. But if you don't have a past, you will not have a future. They're not really interested. And know that we are moving from one age to the next. They're not so keen. It's like we could have been here anyway without those persons putting out. But I'm looking at the unity that they had, the oneness, the belief that they shared, that they held on to up to the very day when they were going to be unalived or whatever. Down the line, when you look at Norman Manley, he did a lot with the Constitution and was Bustamante with workers. But it was after the stressful period of time when slaves were being, you know, ill-treated and all of that, when they wanted the freedom. And the other day we celebrated independence and we celebrated Emancipation Day. And that is why Emancipation Day comes before independence. So if you're not emancipated, then it would not lead to independence. So everything travels in a sequential order. So you have first the rebellions, people among themselves, them and the planters and the confusion. Then they get emancipation. Then they want a little more, they want some more freedom. So they got their independence. So they are an independent nation, basically. But we are still attached to the crown. So they want to go a step further again to get themselves detached. So, but maybe in the time when the heroes were doing their thing, it all did not happen in one phase, different levels coming up until it reached where we are now. But the bottom line for me, I think, is unity. And we know unity gives strength. So if we become a unified body, then just like they are going out in search, but search that means that they have not found him. They are going out to search. I remember Eddie said, anybody you see going anywhere with any shovel, take the picture and say it to the police because it could be that, it just goes to show you to think that it could be that it's a contributor. to the person's disappearance. But by now, I think, you know, but I don't think it's just for him. I think they're putting everything together because of what is happening to the children. But he is more, his one stands out more because of how it took place with the child met the accident the night and then the evening, and within 24 hours everything happened. So I do hope that they'll get to put a closure and something will happen. And if they don't find him, it's going to be sad. But he'll be so decomposed by now that maybe he start go back into and maybe he would not be in a casket to sort of keep the body together for a while. Maybe they just throw it in the bush, in the wherever. Oh, it is sad, but we can only hope for the best. We have to have more love. The more love we have, love can't be too much. Nobody can say, me love him too much. No, you can't love too much. We have to have more love. So T, you see, I tried to push out and I didn't even eat dinner yet. I said, let me come first. So how was your day? Maya may have gone. How was your day? T, Tetler, JB, I don't see any pretty flower, no pretty garden coming up. Let me check. I don't know if the thing, you know, oh, yeah, because I was wondering if it's stick. Okay, it wasn't bad at all. And then the rain in the evening, you want to go home. That's when it's starting to rain. That's how you go, my dear. Good that you could get something to go home. So how was halfway tree and all those places that were flooded the other day? Water still come up high there? And like the flood that took over halfway tree and all of those. I saw they show the flat bridge. They show the entire body of real cover water. Most of it, not the entire, most of it, this huge body of brown water just rolling down. I had a lot of debris. They put the debris back in some section. So no vehicle could, they blocked it, no vehicle could pass. And some, I don't know, I never like around there. Some large stones start falling out. Rocks start falling. I don't know how people, I don't like around there at all. These two high mountains and the river is so deep and it's, I don't know. Thank you, JB. I thought you had fallen off. I thought you had fallen off. I was saying that they if they had found the body, they would not be going out to search still, but maybe they have not found it. But I would think by now the officers, the authorities would have gotten the people them in one place. The people went out to work today, not like once. But okay, no, but not. Or the thing is, Maya say just got out of a store. That's why I wasn't telling. Okay, I understand. Um, the people are not. Some are going to work and some are going to beach because relaxation. Some going to look for families. So the commitment is not there anymore when it comes to certain public holidays. It's not. I realized that even I was there to glad for the days to clean up house, wash clothes, iron, or do something, or go to the beach, go look for family. You some map it out, you know. Because when you look back, you say, boy, you're not getting enough pay. The money short, the money is small. So you have to use the time to do some work at home. Yes, so that's how we look at it. I didn't know I could have covered so much in one evening. But I said I didn't want to have it hanging, because it's reality. We have to be more loving. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Remember that song? Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this a better place if you can. But I think a song, maybe we need to have more of those loving type of songs being played instead of boom bye bye. So we'll have more love. Love can't be too much. Right, Jay? What do you think about it? Jay, what do you think about fasting? Just so I can wrap up within the next few minutes. What do you think about fasting? Would you fast? When I say fast, not just to starve, do not to eat, just get up and say, I'm not going to eat any food today. But starve with a purpose. Not starve, I mean fast with a purpose. Not just to go to the doctor to do your physical, but, you know, what would be if you would fast, why would you fast? Or I should say, do you think fasting is important? That's what I should really say. Tetla, Maya, what do you think about fasting? So nobody don't fast. They don't think they should fast. Fasting is important, I think. So, okay, you say it's important. So, give me a little more, man. Give me a little more flesh. We just have about 5, 6 minutes to go. Say, no, I don't eat no dinner yet. If I just stop to eat dinner, I'll be late on the live. What do you think? When you fast, what do you get from it when you fast? You get gas? You feel satisfied? You feel like it don't make any sense? How you think? I just want to see my hand, the thing reach at 10 thumbs up. I don't even want to watch it. What do you think? We soon go. What do you think, Tetla and Maya? It is important. Why do you say important? So to everything, we're trying to bring it out so that you can get other person's idea. So when they replay the live, they say, oh, this is what fasting is about. When I fast, I get strength. Remember, say, is you, remember, say, is you, and having a conversation. So, me comedy. Oh, fasting is when you abstain from food to have a cook. Right, you communicate with God. Yeah, yes. Yeah, man. Because you can have a problem. You can be having a problem, and you must have no problem, but you feel like you want to talk to the Lord. So you want get rid of the food. You don't want to get up and no kitchen and cook no breakfast. And then by the time you fix the breakfast, other things come, you may want to go tidy the house. But so, really, some people do all those things, but I think it best if you're going to fast, you want to communicate with God. In my thinking, I don't think you should be doing so much housework because you're going to get tired. And I don't know. Some people fast like that, doing housework same way. Some go to work same way, do the work where they work, and they are fasting. But I believe if you're going to fast, you should set aside a time where you just. But everybody, to each his own, everybody knows how they get to do their thing. It's a long time I don't fast, so me I feel push up myself, straighten up myself, because I know that it works. hmm We all need to go to God in prayer meekly and tell Him all. If we even have good health, there might be something lacking that we need to do, and we can pray for ourselves. We can pray for other family members, other people, the community, the country, other places. People, some place in the world don't have anything to eat. You don't have any, So, and then some places you have a lot of things to eat. You have nice bed to sleep in. Some don't have anywhere. I see some things on in social media. Some people, I say, Lord Jesus, you know. But it's good to take everything to the Lord in prayer. We pray and we abstain from food so that we can stay focused. For me, when I used to do fasting, lay aside all work, have a set time. Yes, I believe in that. So when I normally do my fasting, I normally fast on a Sunday. Because when I go to church, I sing, 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 and they know you sing, 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 and then after a while, everybody gone eat lunch. Because if the church is going to be doing fasting, then it's not bad. But if it's just one person or two amongst going to do fasting, some gone home to, or you're there by yourself. So to me, I enjoy when I do my fasting and I do it on a Sunday and I do it at my house. Not in the night, because you're sleeping in the night. I mean in the day, so you get up and do it now. After yeah, I would have had my last meal the day before, then I would not eat anything in the morning. Maybe I break it at midday because I never fast for 24 hours. Because I have to try it though, because I imagine myself eating like this evening and don't eat again till tomorrow evening. So say I had my dinner at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. today, I will not eat again until 6 p.m. tomorrow. No, if God not give you the strength, when we wake up tomorrow morning, no, and me empty out, pass out urine and everything, and you have that emptiness. But that's why I believe I would start it. I normally start it like half a day, morning till midday or till 1, 2 o'clock. And then no, each time you do, you go a little more. But some people can do it for a whole 2, 3 days. And I think I would have a headache and guess I'm faint. But I always try to do even half a day. I never go a full 24 hours. So I have to lift my hats off to persons who can do it that long. Right? But God knows. God knows how much we can do. But we must be earnest and asking for his guidance. Because he is our provider. And he will give us the strength to do the fasting. Not everybody believe in it, but and sometimes I think the fasting is good for the body too. I believe when people are fasting that they should be between, yes, maybe they say it should be a private thing. So you're in your own house or whatever, you do it between because sometimes you see a fast with other people, the blessing, you don't feel the connection. Me don't normally fast with people, I do by myself. Because I try already with people and me just come like me lose interest. It come like, connected. Where, but by myself, it's better. And again, too, I will say that the body needs a break. So if you can take some time off to fast and talk to the body organs and get renewed, clean out the body, things come out. But sometimes the organs, some of them need rest. We work in the stomach, we work. We never take a little break. Luckily, the heart doesn't take a break. Sometimes the lungs may, the heart may skip a beat, but if the heart was to take a break, what would have happened? So we have to treat our organs well, so everything can flow good. So when our body gets sick, whatever the illness is, we can gradually recuperate. Because when the system is bad, organs are bad, and we get sick, it is difficult. Medication alone cannot work. We need other things to help, a determination and the strength. So, my good friends and my families, I take you as my family. I know JB, I say, me, I ain't no family, but it's all right. We are one. The song says, we are one in the spirit, we are one in the Lord. I don't know it so well, but I know we are one in the spirit, we are one. Right, that song. So, guys, thank you for being here this evening. I feel much better. I'm going to get some food to take me through the night. Because if I don't eat, that would not be any fasting. I would just be starving myself. Right? So, have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourself. Rest well. And when next I go live, you know, right? I need to do some, even one video tonight. I don't know, but I have to. If I don't do it tonight, I have to do it tomorrow. So take care of yourselves, guys. Thank you so much for being here. And as usual, peace out. See you around. Bye bye.